The UK economy in early 2026 is moving at a crawl. We are looking at a sustained period of stagflation, where inflation sticks around while overall economic expansion stubbornly drags its feet. The national macroeconomic metrics paint a clear picture of a slow-moving recovery. Gross domestic product grew by a meager 0.1% in the final quarter of 2025, and the national unemployment rate remains elevated at 5.1%. Over at the Bank of England, policymakers are keeping interest rates high to fight off persistent inflation, which creates a restrictive environment that suppresses investment and spending. Add it all up, and you have a national economy stuck in a high-friction rut. Expansion is slow, and the data suggests it will stay that way for the near future. But if you focus geographically on the capital, that sluggish national baseline completely fractures. London operates as its own distinct ecosystem, one that actively bends the national rules. This bar chart compares London's economic output, measured here as gross value added, against the UK's flatlining GDP. Through the first 3 quarters of 2025, London posted strong output growth of 0.8. How exactly does a city's economic engine generate record-breaking wealth while simultaneously bleeding jobs? London's growth is being driven by a cluster of high-value sectors: professional, scientific, technical, and financial services. This area chart breaks down the capital's economic structure, showing that these highly specialized, knowledge-based sectors now account for roughly a quarter of the city's entire economic output. Right now, London's investment banks, asset managers, and law firms are heavily underwriting the global investment cycle into artificial intelligence. The digital nature of this work allows capital to move and generate returns at frictionless speeds. Because these industries are hyper-productive, they can scale their wealth and their economic footprint without needing to scale up their human headcount. Compare that hyper-efficient tech and finance growth to the industries that have historically relied on a high human headcount to function. While banking thrives, traditional employment sectors like manufacturing, transportation, retail, and wholesale are actively shrinking inside London. The fallout from this contraction is highly concentrated. Younger workers and residents living in inner London boroughs are experiencing the sharpest drop in employment opportunities. This dual-axis chart plots London's rising unemployment against its inactivity rate. Inactivity measures the percentage of people who are not looking for work or aren't available to start. Interestingly, London's inactivity rate sits at 20.3%, which is actually lower than the UK average of 20.8%. When unemployment rises but inactivity stays low, it proves a severe demographic mismatch. Londoners want to work, and they are actively searching, but the available jobs no longer match the local workforce's skills or geographic location. London's labor market is structurally misaligned with the new, highly specialized realities of its own economy. Long-term employment projections suggest this is not a temporary cyclical glitch, but a permanent transition in how the city operates. This projection chart models London's labor market out to the year 2050. It forecasts the city will add 869,000 jobs over the next decades, but roughly half of those new roles will exist in tech, finance, and real estate, while traditional sectors continue to flatline. The data shows 2 distinct cities occupying the same geographic space, and the gap is widening. London has optimized itself. It operates a specialized, frictionless economy that generates immense aggregate output, but structurally leaves traditional workers behind. Across the rest of the UK, policymakers are urgently searching for ways to lift national growth and fix the trend of chronically slow expansion. London serves as both a beacon of output success and a severe warning for what happens when you get exactly what you ask for. At the neighborhood level, outsized GDP growth and booming corporate output provide very little comfort if your skills no longer match the local market. Fixing economic output does not automatically heal a labor market. In a modern economy, soaring growth and high unemployment can paradoxically exist side by side.